Forward and have a seat.
Hi, John.
How you doing?
Good. I'm Laura.
How you doing, Laura?
And I'm glad to be able to talk to you.
All right.
I've talked to Fred quite a bit, and so I just basically want you to kind of tell me about yourself. Why did you agree to be interviewed?
Well, for a number of reasons. To start out with, I guess to be interviewed. Well, I don't know if you're aware that Fred's writing a book. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For starters, this would probably be a good, I guess you could say, something to get the information out there about my book. So that'd help me out. And then another reason that I'm doing this is because of I was, when this all first started, I was in the Ohio Penitentiary, Lebanon, when I decided to go ahead and come clean about a lot of things. Right. Well, I was actually trying to make some deals, really. I'd come to a decision in the Ohio prison that I was serving 26 to life there, and I can't conceive that amount of time, you understand? Yeah. And so I see no end in sight, so I decided to make my own ending. And the information that I have and the things that I know and the things that I've been a part of could get me to where I wanted to be probably a lot quicker, because I'd rather be, to be honest with you, I'd rather be deceased, dead, than to spend my life in prison and watch my family drop off one by one. And when I die in the end of an old man from being in prison, no one left to mourn me when I'm dead. So I chose. So anyway, I went to the officials there at the prison that I was at, and I had told them that I wanted to make some confessions, and so they weren't taking me seriously at first because I wasn't giving away enough information. So I decided to give away enough information on one, which is, it says in the papers that I'd seen here after it was released that the investigators, the state officials here in Missouri, due to their investigating their hard work, that they found me because of DNA, and then I made a full confession, which is not true. Mm-hmm. I contacted officials in the state of, in Ohio at the prison, and then they contacted the FBI. FBI came to me because of the information I gave them on this here. I gave them every detail that they have here on this homicide that I'm at, down to the, from the cell phone to the, everything. They didn't have no but where in sight. To be honest with you, they probably couldn't have found their bottom side with both hands, to be honest with you.
Which murder is this?
This is the Korilichik murder here in Missouri.
Right, okay.
So, anyway, so I gave them everything, but you know, there was deals that I told them, I'm giving you this. I've let the FBI, I've let everybody know, I'm giving you this much information in order to cut deals. But so far, no deals have been made. I've been getting shafted pretty much on every deal. But you know, it's cool because, I'm a pretty firm guy. If I give you my word, it's my word, and I'm not pretty much too much worried about anything else, really.
What is it that you confess to? What is it that you want everyone to know?
This is I have given them enough information. Now you have to understand, I'm not a stupid guy. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty smart in a lot of things, right. But so. You know, I know how to give enough information and how not to give enough information. I guess you could call the investigators have something called holdback, that they hold back on investigations. Well, I have holdback also, so I keep holdback just enough to where they can't solve something, but they know it's true. And so anyway, I'm sorry, I've just got to rambling. What was your question again?
That's all right. Just what is it that you want people to know? How many people have you killed? What is it that you want to come clean about?
I have several homicides that I personally have dealings with, and there's been other people that was involved, but I'll never reveal their names ever, because has nothing to do. This is me. This is my end, my life. I'm writing this story, and you know, I can't put a lot of information out there about this because, like I say, all the information that I've given, I haven't received anything, no types on any of the deals. I've just been getting, like I say, I've been getting mishandled, mistreated, I guess you could say, through this whole period of time, and they're not taking me like I need to be seriously. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm a very serious type guy. I might have some homicides. I might have been used drugs, but I'm also a well-disciplined person also, and which is something that I pride myself on. I guess you could say is me being disciplined, and so it's fine. They can handle me how they want, but you know, it's up to them. They can either listen to what I say, or they can carry on. Well,
tell me what it is that you have told them that you want people to listen to. I mean, you want to control your destiny.
That's right. That's a good way to.
I mean, that's what this is all about.
That's a good way to say it.
So what is it that you have done that would mean that you would die for these crimes?
Well, I mean, for starters, I mean, they've got enough now. I possibly, am more than likely, will receive the death penalty here for just this, for this homicide. But I've been involved with the organization, affiliated for, this will be 18 years this year, and the organization that I'm affiliated with.
Is that the Simon City Royals?
That is correct. That's correct. I see you did your homework. So anyway, I guess when I was a child, I guess you're missing something, and I'm not really sure what it is. I'm still missing something. I've never found it, whatever it is. And but I'm not the type of person that I don't take well to other people's laws. I don't like to be told what to do. I don't like being programmed. I don't like being pushed around. I feel that people spend their whole lives like that, and they're not really free. So you got two types of people. You got people that lead and people that follow. And I just decided I wasn't going to be a follower. And I've rose through the ranks, through the Simon City Royals, and you become involved with things and that type of lifestyle, and I've seen and been a part of things, and you know, that was my life. That's just how it is.
You know, a lot of studies have said if you are a member of an organization, it's because you didn't have something in your family life, or they take, you know, a place of maybe not having a father or a mother or something. Is that what the organization fulfilled in you?
No, I have to disagree with that. A lot of people, they do miss that companionship that you receive from a family, but I've always had that from my family. That's the one thing in life. I don't look at things as other people do. A lot of people, the only thing that I can say is that I love my family, and that's the only thing in life that I really even care about is my family and Miss Tudor, Dana Tudor, if you are aware of who she is, my daughter, and my family. But you know, other than that, I just view things as objects, people, animals, trees, cars. They're just all the same to me. I feel that this. I just feel everything's pretty much is on this earth's a waste of time, really.
Well, then let me ask you, John. How does it make it easier to kill someone because you vision everything, you look at everything other than your family as just one and the same?
That's right.
Basically an object.
Right.
Does that make it easier?
I would have to say it would. I can't conceive or understand why families they seek for closure after things like this. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you got people that, like in militaries, that kill people, soldiers, and then they have to go through therapy, and because they're, I can't understand what it is that people, I can't figure it out
why they feel bad.
Why they feel that way. It doesn't happen with me.
You don't feel bad about killing anyone?
Not personally, that I've personally done myself, no.
Why? Did these people deserve this?
I would say some did, yes. There's probably been a couple that I guess they was wrong place, wrong time.
Which would be this last one.
That would definitely be wrong place, wrong time.
What happened? What made you choose him? What was the situation leading up to his murder?
I was losing, I guess you could say, control in the vehicle that I was in. So that was a way for me to, I guess to gain control again.
Control of yourself or control of?
That would be everybody that was in the vehicle.
Okay.
Everybody was, they'd already known, a lot of the people in there know me, and they may have personally seen things that I've done, but they know.
Mm-hmm. You mean business?
Exactly. And so, I told everybody before they left, I said, hey, you get in this vehicle, it's going to be a long ride. And so anyway, things were getting bad in the vehicle, and so in my head, and you got to understand that I used drugs. I have racing thoughts. It's been that way since I was a kid. I'm constantly, it doesn't matter if I'm sleeping, if I'm awake, I'm constantly thinking of 100 things at one time. And they tried giving me medications for this, but I don't take medications because it's not like that, because they change you anyway. So I guess I was I took a lot of drugs to calm myself down, to make me think other things, because I don't think like other people do, and which I don't think it's bad. And, like I say, I learn also at an exceptional rate of speed, so I don't know. I think that's got something to do with it also.
Believe that.
But then, anyway, I was on drugs, to say the least. Anyway, to get what I'm saying is, and so I was just, probably wasn't thinking too clearly, and that was the first thing I could come up with, and so I pulled into this rest area, and that was a way for me to gain control, to show, I don't know, I guess I would assert my dominance, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. That'd be the way to put it. Mm-hmm. And it shut everybody up for a while, and then, they went to bickering and arguing again, which would be the couple that was with us and my girlfriend Dana. They was arguing, and so they wanted out. The ones in the back did. They wanted out. After this, they said this a couple hours later, well, why don't you just pull in the next town and let us out?
Now, this was after the murder?
This is after, yes.
Well, back up just a little bit, because I want to be clear about, you're in the car, everybody's kind of bugging you, and you want to gain control. And so you pull into the truck stop.
That's right.
And what goes on from there?
Well, I really don't want to say a lot about that, because some of these people still may have to go to court yet, mm-hmm. and I don't want to mess any of their cases up. So, what I will say is that I'll say this is, anybody that deals with me on the street, and anybody that knows me, has ever come across my path, anybody that's known me even from a child growing up, that you do what I say, or I don't need you. Mm-hmm. I don't need have. It's been that way in my own family's houses. It's I take control when I'm there, and I don't understand. I do understand. It's just in my blood to be. I don't know. It's just how I am, and so it's either my way or no way. Mm-hmm. And they knew this. I guess I guess I put fear into people's, and I'm not really that fearful of a person, but if you knew a little more about me, it'd probably change your thoughts. But anyway, so I just felt like I was losing that fear anyway, and with them that they felt toward me, and so I made them do, the things that participate in. I wouldn't even call it participation, but they did what they did out of fear. That's the only thing I can say. And like I said later, they wanted out, but I told them that nobody was getting out of that truck, period, without a bullet in their head. And I asked, did anybody want out? And they said no. So nobody wanted out after that.
But do you take full responsibility?
I take full responsibility.
So as for the other people in the car, including your girlfriend, as far as you're concerned, they should just be set free. They
should be, yes. And there's no reason for me to. I don't really even like the guy, the other guy that was in there. But yeah, he should be set free. I didn't like him or his girlfriend, but I needed them for something, and they were with us. I didn't really care for them too much anyway. But they shouldn't be anywhere involved in this, no.
Yeah. Can you explain to me just what it does to you when someone has died at your hands? I mean, does it make you feel like you have more control then, or are you calmer, or do you feel like you're more organized then?
It hasn't. I look at people that do things like that when they feel they're gaining something. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that's. I think those people are crazy. But I feel nothing. I don't gain anything. I mean, or you gain something. Anytime somebody's is killed, that somebody's gaining something from it. It doesn't matter what it is. Somebody's gaining something from it. But no, I feel no psychological feelings. I don't get off on things like that. I don't even think about it really. I have something else in mind, another goal. But no, I don't feel like I'm powerful or anything like that. No.
So why do it?
Well, because there's I don't know how to say it. I guess I don't know if you're familiar if you've ever seen the movie Troy, where Achilles of the Myrmidons tells Prince Hector of the Trojans that there's no pact between lion and men, is that I'm a lion and I see everybody else as men.
And you kind of had that philosophy your whole life?
That's since I was a child, yes.
When you were a child, tell me the things that you would do that make you believe that you have always been someone who wants control and the way you view life.
Well, I grew up, pretty much in the country my whole life as a child. That's correct. Mm-hmm. And I didn't. Neighbors were far away, so I chose to spend a lot of time alone anyway. Mm-hmm. I just like I said, when I was a child, I had these racing thoughts, even then, and I didn't really know what it was, and I knew I was different. I did things, and I didn't know why I did things, and I never had to have anybody show me how to do things, bad things, good things, anything. I just knew, and I've over the years, even as a child, I've always had a gift of being able to read people. Mm-hmm. Not just people, it's situations. Strategies, I guess you could say. I can strategize any situation. I can be around a man now within 60 seconds, and I can tell you exactly what kind of person he is. I don't know, but when I was a child, I could see these things, and I really kind of don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
more than an intuition.
I guess you could say something like that. Anyway, I spent a lot of time alone in the woods. I used to play a game, and I played like I was an assassin. That was my main game. I was always an assassin. Didn't matter what we was playing. Or sometimes I played cops and robbers, but I was always the robber. I always wanted to be the robber, and I always wanted to be the cowboys and Indians. I wanted to be the Indians, or I didn't ever see the other side as any fun, and I hurt animals when I was a child. I'm not going to go off into a lot of details, but
and you know that they say that that's like a textbook characteristic.
I understand that. That's
but
what they say.
That you agree with, I would think.
Well, yeah, I've actually met and talked to a lot of people, a lot of guys that hurt animals growing up. I mean, you'd be surprised that really, because I understand that they say that people killed animals but hurt animals, but I've talked to a number of people that, oh yeah, I used to do this to our animals, and so I know that it's not just me. People just don't. Anyway, but I did, and I used to, and I hate to say it, I was pretty rough with my brothers and sisters also. I was pretty mean to them as far as, physical abuse goes.
What would you do to them?
I mean, I don't know. I'd take the games that I played a little too far. I just put it that way, and I can't explain what it was, and I've apologized to them for it over the years, and like I say, I have a family, just like them other people had a family, but like I say, the only thing that I covet in this world, period, is my family, and other than that, I just really don't. I don't really care too much for life, period, really. I don't know what it is.
When you die, where do you think you'll go? Do you think death will be better?
I personally feel that if there is a God, if there is a devil, I personally don't care either way, because I refuse to worship anything that's not tangible or made themselves known to me, or I feel like it's a conspiracy, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I'll never bow down to anything or anybody. It's not in my blood. And if there is a God or a devil, if I get sent to the hell, if I get sent there, I'll spend my whole life trying to take over hell, because I'll bow down to no person, no entity, no being, no God of this world, no God of any other world or any other universe, ever.
So you are the center of the universe.
To me, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said you can assess people, and I believe that. And we've been talking for a little bit, so how do you assess me?
You?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I figure you probably to be just off really talking, but I really haven't. Right now, we're just kind of. I guess you could say we're just doing this interview right now, so I really haven't asked you any questions. So
right.
I wouldn't know. I can just offhand, I would say that you probably spent. In high school, I'd say when you graduated and went to college, you spent a lot of years work. You probably knew you wanted to be where you're at a long time ago, but you're not where you want to be. You probably want to be at the top somewhere. You would like to be somewhere better into a company where you're at, but you're not there yet. As a matter of fact, you probably didn't even see yourself in this position. You probably wanted to be something more than what you are right now. Even to the way your career is going, but you're not there yet, and but you're still striving to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I know things.
Mm-hmm. When you are at the truck stop or in a situation, and you said that you can immediately have a grasp of the environment.
Right.
How do you pinpoint who it is that you're going to go after? How does that happen? Like, how did you pinpoint the trucker?
I don't pinpoint. I don't look at an individual as being weak, because I see everybody as weak.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if a guy's standing here 350 pounds, solid rock, 6'7", 6'8", or if there's a guy standing here that's 5'2" and weighs 120 pounds. I see them as the same. They're not. Like I say, I go through situations. You have to look at a situation and always go to the end of it and see the end of it before it happens. And then you have to have the alternate routes in case the main route of your plan is chopped off. You have to have other ways around it, and I have to see all of these things in any situation. It's actually one of the laws in the 48 Laws of Power, actually. I'm not sure which number it is, but to see the end. And that's what I see the end of things, and it doesn't matter, like I say, it doesn't matter. I don't pick somebody out.
Okay.
They pick themselves.
So explain that in more detail to me. They pick themselves. So they put themselves in a vulnerable
Well, it's
situation.
just whatever situation it is. That's right. I mean, if I was somebody else and if I knew me and the person I was, there's no way I'd want to cross me, period.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who I was, what situation I was in. Because there's never any situation that I'm in that I don't feel that I'm not in control. Mm-hmm. Ever. I feel that I'm where I'm at because that's just where I'm at. There's never any situation where I'm not in control. Shackled down, chained up, it doesn't matter. I feel I'm in control.
Do you feel in control right now?
I'm here because I want to be.
Right. That's right.
So
what is it that you want to happen next? I know that you basically want to control your destiny, and you want people to listen. And where do you go next? I mean, what happens?
Well, like I say, I've had some investigators already from Mississippi come up here and been talking with them.
From some murders in Mississippi?
That's correct. Mm-hmm. And then but like I say, I'm not moving further with anything until I start getting things. And they can search till they want to, and I'm never going to say anything else about it. I mean, they've got a lot of information now, but I'm not going to solve anything for these investigators or these other people until I start getting the things that I wanted. And if I don't get the things that I wanted, then that's fine. But I'm still see the end. For me, it'll be soon. It'll be within my family's lifetime, mm-hmm. and which is okay with me.
Because what you want is to die.
That's correct. That's the only thing worthy of a warrior, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. Death. It happens to everybody. I don't fear dying. The only thing that I even worry about is the emotions that my family might feel.
Right.
But other than that, I'm good.
Do you have any ounce of regret for anything that you've done?
Yes. For bringing something beautiful into a world that's killing everything anyway, that's dying, won't be here long anyway. I have a daughter. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not upset that she's born. I mean, I love her, but I'm upset that I just wasn't thinking and brought her into a world that's people are killing themselves anyway. And so I just I regret that. But I mean, I don't regret her. I regret my thinking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I guess you could probably say I regret maybe not being the person that my family should probably think I should be. I don't regret the person that I am, because you are who you are. And I can't help the way I think. I don't know why it is that I am. I've questioned myself for that. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I am the way I am. I don't know why I think the way I do. it just is. It is what it is.
If you were to be released, you're back out into society, would you think that it would be
No.
you? No, what?
I wouldn't advise anyone to. I mean, not unless they want a lion loose in the streets.
Because you'd kill again.
More than positive. I just don't take well to. I don't like people crossing me. I feel that insubordination is punishable by death. I mean, I got crazy. I got different thoughts. I just don't. I wouldn't let me go.
What are your thoughts? What is it that goes through your mind again and again and again?
It's everything at once. I used to just think that, I think of situations. It's constantly things are going through my head. Now I think about other things. It's creation. I think of how things were created, what people are, what purposes are, what makes people think the way they. I have so many thoughts that run.
Mm-hmm.
I call them. I don't know what it is. I'd call them thoughts of supreme being. I don't know. I just have things that I think about the universes, how we're here, how we possibly could be here. I've thought like this for a long time in my
Mm-hmm.
life. I don't think like normal people. Never have. And
So you think you were probably born wired this way, with the racing thoughts and the.
Well, I'd say this is that I know that I was born this way, yes, and everybody's not born, I guess you could say, with the Spirit of God in them, as they'd say. That's why I have this Bible verse on my eye, if you see it. It states in that verse that, and I didn't get it because I feel, that I'm the Antichrist per se, but that it states in this verse, it says, and everyone that does not confess that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God, and this is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard was coming and is now already in the world. If you notice, he says this is the spirit. So that means that there's other things that are born without the Spirit of God in them. A lot of people don't take that and see that. So if you're not born with the Spirit of God, if you're born with the spirit of something else, then you're born, then according to the Christian Bible, then you're not, everybody can't have the Spirit of God in them.
So you don't have the Spirit of God?
Not according to the Bible. If you're going by that route, no, I definitely do not.
But what about you? What do you think?
I feel that I'm in charge of my own destiny. And if there's a God, then I'm definitely not going that way. If that's the way the Bible teaches. And if I'm going the other way, I'll spend eternity, like I say, trying to take over, run something. And I personally feel, though, that we're in charge of our own destinies and we're each capable of being our own gods. It just depends on how strong you are and your mental capacity, if you're able to conceive the thoughts of the universe.
Right. You have a 2-year business degree?
Yes, I do.
Now, why'd you get that?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
The girls.
In
college.
School?
Yeah, women. It was a way to meet more girls. I went on an academic scholarship, but I just went for the women, really.
So you like women a lot?
Yeah, that's an understatement. But, yeah.
How many people, men and women, have you killed?
I have never killed a woman.
Okay.
And I'm really, I'm not at liberty to say right now, but it's been, as far as the murders that I've been a part of, but there's been quite a few.
A dozen?
At least.
20?
Under.
So more around the 15?
Somewhere around in there.
Do you remember each one?
Like I say, I've been involved. There's been other people involved, but, I guess guilty by association, things like that. But, yeah, I remember every person.
Do you remember their face right before they died?
I mean,
their expression?
The ones that I've seen, their face, yes.
What do you see in their face right before they die?
Usually fear. I mean, that's usually all anyway. If somebody sees death coming, then that's usually fear, yeah. And that's all I mean. If I seen death coming, I don't know how I'd handle it. I mean, even though I'm ready for it, but there's no telling.
And you say you really don't feel anything when you see that last expression on someone's face, which is fear, and that doesn't elicit any kind of emotion in you.
No.
Just walk away and go on to the next scenario.
Down to business.
So it is like a business.
I guess you could say these gentlemen here wouldn't be standing here. This jail wouldn't be here. Lawyers, judges, people in government, they wouldn't be here if there wasn't people like me.
Now that brings me to another question. So you are representing yourself?
So far, but I did fill out papers the other day to see an attorney, but that's only because I'm a little upset because things, I don't know how a nice way to put it. They keep wanting, hey, we just want this information, but we can't do this for you. I'm just giving you what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing. But we just want some information. We can't give you this, or we can't do. That's up to some of the powers that be. But we just want some information. Yeah, but that hasn't got nothing to do with us. But we just want some information, and I'm not at liberty to give any more information until I'm not asking for a miracle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm agreeing. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for death. But anyway, I got this lawyer for just in case. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going on. I haven't heard from Sillover. I didn't know if any media was coming. You know, if I was media, I'd be all over this because things like this don't happen.
No, they don't happen, and they're very interesting. I mean, I don't think there are a lot of people like you.
There's not.
So, yes, it is.
And so, anyway, so things just haven't been going quite my way. So I filled out last week some paperwork. But I mean, the lawyer's either going to, I'm going to be honest with them, either this my way or the highway.
So why even have a lawyer?
I need him for different things. I need them for other things. Yeah.
Basically to cut some deals and get some things going.
That's right. I'm trying to help someone out. That's one of the deals. I'm trying to help someone out, and I needed the lawyer for that.
I don't know.
And I needed the lawyer for that.
Okay.
So, because apparently they're not listening to me. And so, that's like I say, they don't have to listen to me. I've already got what I want out of this, I guess you could say. Not what I wanted, but in the end, I'm still going to the same place. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they can handle it how they want to.
You know you're going to the same place. The destiny is determined. What would you say to your daughter? What would you want your daughter to remember of you?
Well, you know, she's had, my daughter's grown up to, she's been she's seen her mother and me do been involved with a lot of things, and I regret that. But you know, I've been writing a lot. I send a lot of literature, home to my family to hold for my daughter, and I let her know that, you know, just because this is how I am, this is the way I am, she knows I love her, and that she needs to figure things out for herself. You know, that's all I can say about anybody in this world, is that you have to just take the information that's available to you, which is endless, and make your own assessments from there. Everybody is in charge of their own, and I don't knock another man or woman for living by what they think's right, but I feel that people that go by anybody else, they're wrong. They're going to spend their whole life up under somebody else, and they're being sheltered. They're blind. They're not being able to see what the spirit of living really is.
All right. Thank you, John.